When Christianity started spreading, the religion kind of changed. Day by day, the religion got more powerful, and so did the church. Right now, the Pope is a normal person that's basically in charge of all the Catholics. Throughout history, popes were respected by Christians. They've been in Rome since the 1st century. Then later on, they created their own area called the Vatican. As you know, the Pope is well respected around the world, but between the popes that came in the last 2,000 years, some of them, not only are they not respected, but there were people that were very greedy, vicious, evil, murderers, rapists, and pedophiles. Extremely evil individuals that had the highest position in a religion. Let's get to know them. Number 1, Pope Urban II. This guy was from France, and he was the Pope from 1088 to 1099, so around 11 years as Pope. He was kind of a businessman. He would tell people, whatever sins you commit, it doesn't matter. You just have to come talk to me, and I'll get rid of your sins, and this is the power God has given me. This is when the criminals, murderers, and rapists got their power, and even if they didn't want to, people went and did it. All these evil individuals like the criminals would make a line to see the Pope, so he can get rid of their sins. If he was Pope for any longer, he would destroy the whole religion, but he died in the year 1099. Number 2, Pope Leo X. He was from Florence, Italy, and he was Pope since 1513 until 1521. This Pope believed everything was his, and any money that's given to the church belongs to him, because God put him in that position. He would use all the money that was donated to the church for himself and no one else. But sickness got to him, and for that, in the year 1521, he died of pneumonia. Number 3, Pope Julius III. He was also Italian, and he was the Pope for 5 years, from 1550 all the way to 1555. At first, he didn't seem like a bad guy. He said he wanted to modernize the church, but in his terms, that was different. In history, it has been written that he was a pedophile, and he called that modern. He was an evil pope because he would order statues of naked kids around the church, and to put even some in his room. Fortunately, he never got any of that, and in 5 years, he died. Number 5, Pope Stephen VI. This pope was very unique. The first day as pope, he ordered the corpse of the dead pope that he didn't like to be pulled out and go to trial. They pulled Pope Francis's corpse from the grave and took him to court. Since he had recently died, the corpse was still there and not completely rotten, and obviously they found him guilty. But Pope Stephen didn't give up. He told them to drag his dead corpse throughout the city, then dump him in the river. It's not written that why he did this or why he hated the other pope. A few months after this, meaning around the year, Pope Stephen VI was strangled in his bed, and they don't know who did it. Number 5, Pope Alexander VI. This time the Pope was from Spain. He started working in 1492 and he was the Pope for 11 years, meaning until the year 1503. This guy was a mixture of disgusting and evil, and the reason for that is he kind of turns the church into a prostitution center. Even though a pope can't get married and has to stay a virgin until the day he dies, but Alexander turned that place into a prostitution center. Not only did this evil pope bring different women into this church, he would bring kids, and it's even been written that he would have sex with his daughter. And they believe in the year 1503, his son named Caesar poisoned him through his drink. Number 6, Pope Paul III. He was also Italian. His evil behavior started before he was a pope. The first thing he does, he kills off his mother and brother because his dad had recently died and left him a fortune, and he wanted all of that. Other than that, in the year 1534, he got to be a pope, and his evil behavior continued till 1549. This guy would rape his daughter as well. This pope was a special kind of evil. Not only did he kill his family for wealth, but he would bring his daughter to church and have a very disgusting connection with her. He spent a lot of money, and to keep up with this spending, he raised taxes on the Catholic people. Number 7, Pope John XII. This guy was the leader of the Catholic Church from the year 955 to 964. The stuff this guy did really blows your mind. He would invite buyers to the church, and he would sell stuff from the church like a mirror or a cross, and he would keep the money. And it should not come as a surprise, but this pope was a rapist and a pedophile. And it has been written one day he was raping an underage girl, and her father came and killed him in bed. Number 8, Pope Boniface VIII. Boniface was an Italian, and he was the pope from 1294 to 1303. Since the first he became pope, he said, "I'm not the only pope, I'm the king of all Catholics." He created an army, and to get more money, he would go to different houses to collect cash. In the history of Europe, Pope Boniface is known as the worst pope, and almost all the drawings you see in different books are him standing in hell. And Boniface in the year 1303 got a fever, and he never woke up the next day. Number 9, Pope Urban VI. It's good to know that after popes are cardinals. And it's not known what kind of a deal he had with the cardinals, because he would arrest all the cardinals he could find, torture them, and then kill them. And it's not truly transparent on why he did this to the cardinals. Some people have written that the reason he did this is that he would kill the cardinals to have more power in the religion, especially a cardinal, which is the lower level of a pope. It's not obvious how he died, but they believe they gave him poison as well. And last but not least, Pope Benedict IX. This guy came into work in the year 1032, and he was there until 1048. He's the youngest pope in history because they believe he was only 12 years old. If Pope Boniface is known as the most evil pope in history in Europe, but between all the popes themselves, Pope Benedict IX is known as the worst pope in history. But the reason that the pope believed that he's the most evil one is that he was a homosexual, and you could say he turns the Vatican into a prostitution center for homosexuals. He was also a seller. Anything valuable he could find in Rome, he would sell it and keep the cash for himself. Benedict IX was the pope until 1048, and in the end, the cardinals voted him out as being pope. And 6 years after that, in the age of 36, Benedict IX died.